I want to talk about the feminine movement in hip hop that's been going on for a long time. As we up top give the Most High all the honor, the glory, and definitely all praise and worship. This is a video response back to you, Ty G. Jenkins. Ty G. Jenkins, first of all, I got to give a huge shout out to a man, a brother I've been following for years. And if you've been on YouTube a long time, you've heard this name, G. Craig Lewis. I don't know if G. Craig Lewis will ever see this video, but shout out to G. Craig. Hats off to G. Craig. Let me tell you something. I'm talking about since the 80s. This man was exposing hip-hop years ago. And he got so down-talked bad. I mean, a lot of people, man, this dude crazy. Because when you go back to the 80s, hey, man, you know, you think about hip-hop then. But he was warning people long time ago. When he exposed Snoop Dogg, what was that song? Murder Was the Case that they gave me. And when he exposed Bone Thugs and Harmony, if you catch what he was saying years ago, he was talking about the ways of the Zulu. And if you understand South Africa music, when it's not just music, how the frequency, like we talked about years ago. That's why G. Craig caught my attention years ago. I said, finally, somebody that's woke, exposing this stuff. That's what made me wake up too about hip hop and channeling spirits and the rituals that's being done. And so you look at that song Biggie did. I think it was called I'm Ready to Die. And G. Craig talked about this too. I don't take no credit on this. But I remember G. Craig was saying years ago, Biggie was ready to die. Biggie said he was going to die. He said the same thing about Tupac. And it's in the lyrics. It's always in the lyrics. If you listen closely, they telling you they speaking their own death. They telling you how they fighting with demons. But when he said, I'm ready to die, and look at the album Big came out with. So this is nothing new under the sun. So you see this feminine movement. And that's why I just said in the other video, they pushing so much stuff on our children. Yeah. But when he started talking about them Ouija boards years ago, so you have to understand, once again, as I've been speaking about for years, a lot of men are into ancestor worship. They are. And if you look at what the Zulus do, they are heavy off of that. They contact the dead. So a lot of those videos, you seen them videos that was wicked, or you wonder why they was having them nightmares. Some of them, man, even was suicidal if they didn't kill themselves. Murder, I'm going to say it like that, murder themselves. It was always in their lyrics. It was in the music, but you was bobbing your head to the beat. I'm going to give another shout out, man. Pastor Stephen Darby always talked about this stuff. So there have been men and women who have been woke. But you see these hip hop artists now, man, they wearing dresses. They looking just like women. And I ain't talking about all the men, but you see a lot of them, man. And they make it seem like it's normal. So you got chanting. I told y'all about this about Michael Jackson when he was talking about who he chant to, and he'll go in the room and start chanting, and all of that stuff is demonic. You contacting the dead, you doing rituals, you talking about ancestor worship. So what they have done, even in the 80s, is invited in those spirits, and it's hitting the younger generation harder than ever before. And we, as the older generation, have to continue, and I know we're up against a lot, y'all, but ain't nothing too hard for the Holy Spirit. But we got to continue to tell the truth and stand on business, y'all, on the Most High's business. So with that being said, shout out to G. Craig Lewis, trying to make sure I cover everything. I'm looking at your email up here. Yeah. So yeah, man, all this chanting and all this stuff, that's what time it is out here. So love y'all, man, and have a blessed day. Shalom.